Hi, it's Sia again. Welcome back to my channel, to my Insta, wherever you're watching this. Time for some new book reviews. I actually have three, I think, I read since last time, so I'm still not going backwards in my chronological order. But I've been away, so I haven't had the chance to. Yes, it's free. I haven't had the chance to do any video. And right now it's like evening. I'm trying to hurry so the light holds out. I'm just sitting here cozy with my blanket on my sofa. But yeah, so I have 3 books that I read in the meantime since I reviewed Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. So I'm just gonna go through chronologically the way I read it. So the first one is this one right here, the Lady's Book of Etiquette and Manual of Politeness. So actually, can you believe it? It's non-fiction. So this is an actual manual written in the, when was it? In 1860 or 1859, and it was finished in 1860. For ladies and how they are supposed to behave. So I had a blast with this book. So once again, it's similar in the language as Mary Shelley. It's around the same time. And yeah, it's not much more to say. So basically it talks about all kinds of things, like even how to write letters, how to write notes, how to accept or decline invitations, how to write invitations, how to behave at a dinner party, at a just calling, when you're supposed to call back under certain circumstances. And there was so much in there. It's like, holy cow, how could anyone remember this? I mean, look at this book. I mean, it's not huge, but for a manual that's big, it's 200 something pages. 270, and in the last pages, and 60, in the last pages you even get like recipes for skincare and all sorts of things. It's hilarious. So I really enjoyed the book. I think I gave it a 4.5 on Goodreads. I don't remember, but something like that, because I mean there's nothing wrong with it. It was a little dry in certain areas and a little bit repetitive, but what I do enjoy is that the author really talks to all the ladies reading her book, and there's some funny language in it. So I just want to read one paragraph so you kind of get what I mean. So here we have, let me see, here it is. Yet, in spite of the universal need and almost universal habit, there are really but very few persons who write a good letter. A letter that is, at the same time, long enough to interest, yet not long enough to tire, sufficiently condensed to keep the attention, and not tedious, and yet detailed enough to afford satisfaction. That is correct in grammatical construction, properly punctuated, written in a clear, legible hand, with the date, address, signature, all in the proper place. No words, whose letters stand in utter defiance to spelling book rules. In short, a well-written letter. So I think just from this little passage, you kind of understand kind of what this book is about, how it's written. And to me, that was just so funny to read. And just to see all those million rules they had to follow. And the author's so funny also sometimes, just like who would believe that someone would behave like this and this and that and that. It's a blast. So I can actually recommend it, but it's non-fiction, so it's not a story. Literally is a manual, that's it. And they have like different chapters, and you're going through different scenes and proper etiquette and behavior, or letter writing. Yeah, all the rules that exist. The next book that I read right after is this tiny little one, and it's The Nutcracker by E.T.A. Hoffmann. So even though E.T.A. Hoffmann is a German, and this is yeah, obviously written OG in German, and German is my mother tongue. These days I can only read in English, so I read it. Sorry, obviously I didn't write it. I read it in English. So, but this was such a delightful story. It's so tiny. Once again, you want to try classic? Yeah, this is like 80 pages or something. That's it. Even less than 80. It's 67, the edition that I have. So tiny, and it's such a easy to read language. Still a little bit old school, but and sometimes a little bit Germanish words thrown in there, but still you will understand even if you read it in English. It's just so delightful. It's such a wonderful story. So I knew the Nutcracker, like in general, more or less, a little bit what it's about, but I didn't know the original story. So actually reading it, it was delightful. I truly enjoyed it. I also have a little passage here, which I thought was very funny. So it's obviously about children and imagination and things like that. And in one of those scenes, it goes like this: "Upon this, Fritz's artillery came rattling up and formed action front in advance of the halted cavalry. Then it went boom, boom, and Marie saw the sugar plumes doing terrible execution amongst the thick massed mouse battalions, which were powdered quite white by them, and greatly put to shame. But a battery of heavy guns, which had taken up a strong position on Mama's footstool, was what did the greatest execution, and boom, 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 kept a murderous fire of gingerbread nuts into the enemy's ranks with most destructive effect, mowing the mice down in great numbers." It's so funny. It's so cute. I just love like the boom, pow, and it's gingerbread nuts being shot. So this is like a battle scene, but with sugar and gingerbread, and but still using words like execution, and it's battling them and it's destroying. It's delightful. Highly recommend. Not much more to say than that. And the last book that I read, and I finished that one yesterday because I sat 2 hours in a plane that didn't move, and then I sat another 2 hours when it actually moved. So I actually finished this book, and it's The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. Maybe you have heard of this. This has been quite talked about, and I didn't pick it up just because it had been talked about, but because I really enjoyed like the premise. So basically there is an apothecary that's said to be selling poison and it's only for women to like to buy poisons to get rid of certain men. That's basically the synopsis, and I don't want to say much more than that to not spoil anything. I love this story. For me, I give this 5 stars on Goodreads. This is one of my new favorite books, actually. Favorite book of the year so far, I think. But I really love this. So you follow like different characters and without spoiling too much, and it's written in a style. There's a plane going outside. You probably can hear it because I'm just filming with my, I should have a mic so it captures mostly me. Okay, so you follow different characters that are taking POVs and are written in the first person, so first person book here. What I really liked, it jumps between those different characters, and the chapters are rather small, so you have like 5 pages to 10 pages chapters most of the time. And what this did to me is that I constantly just wanted to keep on reading. It's like, oh my god, what happens next? What happens with this person? And sometimes I even was like, oh, I want to read on so I can get back to the person that I just finished with. And I swallowed this book up. It was so good. And here, because I don't want to give away too much, I actually just want to read the first couple of sentences, how the book starts. Because, well, for one thing, I really like the start, and the other, you should read it. So let's see. So this is chapter 1, Nella, in February 3, 1791. She will come at daybreak. The woman whose letter I held in my hands. The woman whose name I did not yet know. I knew neither her age nor where she lived. I did not know her rank in society, nor the dark things of which she dreamed when night fell. She could be a victim or a transgressor, a new wife or a vengeful widow, a nursemaid or courtesan. But despite all that, I did not know. I understood this. The woman knew exactly who she wanted dead. Awesome. Isn't that a great start? I love it. Like, when I read that, I'm like, oh wow, this sounds interesting. And I just wanted to know more. So, loved it. If you haven't read it, highly recommend it. Read it. 5-star read for me. It was awesome. And once again, not that big. This is the edition that I have is 290 pages ish. So not too big of a book. And this is not a classic. This is a newer one. It's actually Sarah Penner's debut novel, and so it's written in more like normal English, if you will, not like the others that I recently read. So I'm reading through classics a lot at the moment, but not only. So yeah. And that will be it. So that's the 3 books that I've read since last time I made a video. Also, you probably noticed I'm trying the different formats. So now I have it in widescreen, so it will look better on my YouTube channel. However, I don't know how that will affect Instagram. I'm just trying out a few things, so we'll see what I end up doing. Maybe I'll do like every second, or I don't know. We'll see. So yeah. I'm reading my next book, and also, like I said, I wanted to go backwards a little bit and talk about some of the books that I have read even before Frankenstein. So I think my next video will be going back chronologically, and then when I finish a book again, I will take that one, because it's always nice to have the freshest memory. But that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed. Once again, if you did enjoy, and you have some feedback or any comments, or you want to talk about the story, or you have any questions, just yeah, write in the comment section, whether you're on YouTube or on Instagram, and I would love to hear from you. So that's it from me, and I made it. The light is still on. Yay. I rushed maybe a little bit through this, but I think I still got the main message for each book through. But my thing for rushing was number 1. I firstly didn't think I wanted to film today, because I had a couple of weird days with that travel that I mentioned, and I'm a little bit tired, but I was like, I have to get a new video. So that's why I'm just like sitting here cozy. It's alright, doesn't matter. Yeah, but that's all from me this time, so thank you and see ya. Bye.